Examiner. My name is Vachaspati and my surname is Bimali. I am from Jaffa, Nepal. Okay, what's your name, please?
My full name is Samita Thakuri. You can just call me by my first name, Samita.
Okay, where are you from?
I'm from India. It is located in the western part of Nepal.
Very good. Now let me ask you a few questions. Do you prefer to wake up early in the morning or wake up late in the morning? Why?
Exactly. I prefer wake up in the morning because it's a refreshing day for me. When I went to college or schools, I feel very good when I wake up in at morning. It's a recharging day of my life. And when I was tired in like Saturday, I feel tired. Then I wake up late in the morning.
Very good. Number two, what do you usually do in your free time?
In my free time, after a busy day, I want to spend a little time with my family. Family member is the important part of my life. It's a very beautiful moment or memory to spend time with the family. Family is a key role of my life. I want to get some or more skills about life, training from my family, or apart of that I want to play sports with my family. It's a very good or ending day of my life.
Okay. How often do you use public transportations?
Exactly saying about that, I do not use public transportations because I feel some diseases when traveling to the bus. But I use in ride when going to another places like office or college.
Okay. Next. Do you prefer to live in a big city or in a small village?
Additionally, saying about that, I want to stay in a small city instead of living in a big city. Because in a small city I found peace, happiness, and there is a beautiful moment or a place or village lakes in a small city. According to saying a big city there is a well education and there is developed technology also, but I want to prefer living in a small city.
But why do you want to live in a small city? You have to give reasons. Yeah. Wherever there is all questions, you have to speak on both sides.
I get more peace and confidence according to big city.
Okay, of course, I would like to finish. Okay. Now, here is a questions for IELTS speaking part two. Okay.
Um, Going to my village, there is one lady who looks like my mom, and she's also sitting in my corner seat. I was feeling so nervous. She also gave me a very beautiful smile, and I feel so happy that when I was traveling, other time when I was traveling, there is no one no one to smile like her. But I imagine she's the one who looks me very happily. When time is slightly passing, she feels so dizziness in the bus, and I want to help her by looking her conditions, and I asked bus drivers to give me some medicines. And I asked for medicine and water. I give her. she uh, she take the medicines and she feels so happy, and she give me a glad smile. It feels me so good, and I love her where she cares me. She also cares me about like my mother's. She helped me when I was traveling alone. There is no one to give me food. and I was so lonely in that time. But but sometime I feel so hungry. She give me money, and she told me to buy some food from outside. When bus stops, I went the shop and I bring some food and we eat together.
Okay. Okay. Now, let me ask you a few questions from Ielts speaking part 3. Okay. After that, I will give you feedback. Part 3. Why do people help others?
Um, of saying that people help others because they have the human characters, or humans characters. Humans are the social creatures. They have the ability to help others, because when people get worried, we should help others.
Okay. Number 2. Do you think people today are willing to help others than in the past?
About talking this topic, people are today in the present time, people are getting more knowledge, educations, and they are rapidly catching the present condition, and they are going through them. They are thinking only money is important, but they didn't see the real human characters. At the past time, when people are not that much educated, but people have the characters of helping people. When people get some worried or helpless, they help. In present time, people look at and move on.
Okay. Number 3. Have you ever received help from a stranger?
Talking about present time, when I was in my personal problem, there is a one lady who helped me in my needy time. That was my best friend. That was my best friend when I'm getting a lack of money. Uh,
Sorry, my question is, you said that was my best friend. What is the question? Have you ever received help from a stranger? You went out of topic. You have to talk about the help that you got from a stranger, completely unknown man. Imagine, like I did few minutes ago.
Okay, additionally saying that when I was passing through the road, I lost my wallet. I lost my wallet, and that time I was hungry. When I was returning from my work, I feel so hungry, and I went someone sitting there. I went there. I asked some help to her. She gave me some money to buy a food. That was my best day.
Okay, number last questions. What are the key factors that contribute to happy married life?
The key factors of happy married life is having cooperations with each others, and partner, mm, respect to our partners, and getting love between them.
Okay. Okay, Sangita, I'm going to give you feedback. Okay. So when you were giving your introductions, you spoke well. There is no negative comment. And when I was asking you question number 1, do you prefer to wake up early in the morning or late in the morning? You spoke well. You use good sentences, wide range of vocabulary like recharging day. I love to wake up early in the morning because it refreshes my mind. It recharges my body. You use wide range of vocabulary. And question number two, when I was asking what do you usually do in your free time? In questions I have used free time, instead of repeating the same word free time, you had to say, well, I do numerous things in my spare time. Okay, but you didn't have to use free time, you used, but try to replace the word of the examiner with synonym, similar word, free time, leisure time. Okay, next questions. How often do you use public transportation? You spoke well. Okay, so next questions, when I was asking, do you prefer to live in a big city or in a small village? So what mistake you made over here? You spoke on one side only. I prefer to live in city area because it offers, let's say, multiple opportunities, countless opportunities such as educational facilities, but you didn't speak on another side. You had to speak once in a blue moon. I love to stay in village area also because there I can get fresh air to breathe, and the relationship between villager is very warm and friendly. Very less, we find less selfish people in village. Okay, additionally, I like village life because I can grow intimacy with the villagers in short span of time, which I cannot in city area. You have to speak on both sides. Whenever you get all questions, you have to speak on both sides. Where do you live? Where do you prefer to live? In city area or in village area? Okay, you have to give. If there is all questions, you have to speak on both sides. Okay, well, sometimes I love to live in city area because it offers us uh, countless opportunities. On the contrary, sometimes I love to stay in village area because we can get fresh air to breathe. Like this. Okay, you have to speak on both sides, but you didn't. So here in part one, you deserve to get 4 only, and part two. Okay, you made several errors. What was the questions? Describe a time when you helped someone. You should say in in the first place you says is you had to use was, and okay, you were not looking straight to the eyes of the examiner. You were looking down. You were looking your paper, which is not good. And instead of saying felt dizzy, you said feel dizzy. You had to use past tense. Question is based on past tense. If the question is based on past tense, you have to use past tense. And again you said feel happy. When I helped the strangers, I really felt happy. Okay, you said bus stops. After a few minutes, bus stopped. Past tense. Okay. And again you said after that I ate. You had to say after helping him, I went to restaurants and I ate the food items that I liked. But you use several places simple present tense, which is not good. If the question is based on past tense, you have to speak on, you have to use simple past tense. Here again, I would like to give you here 3.5 because you made several grammatical errors. But again in part 3, okay, you didn't give what extended answers. So when I asked, so why do people help others? You spoke very less. You have to speak at least for 2 minutes. People help others because of number of reasons. Firstly, they want to prove themselves better than others. Secondly, they think helping others, okay, after their death they will be in the heaven. God will take to the heaven where they can get all the facilities they want. Thirdly, people help each others because of what? Humanitarian feelings. Okay, you spoke very less. And when I was asking, do you think people today are less willing to help others than in the past? Okay, present and past. Do you think, in my opinion, from my perspective, as far as I know, I suppose, I reckon, I believe, you have to use such expressions. In my opinion, people of this present era are very self-centered. They give more priority to their own needs and they then care about the priority of their relatives. Whereas in the past, people were benevolent, they were very selfless. They always used to give priority to the need of what? Other people. Like this. And next question, when I was asking, have you ever received help from a stranger? Okay, you spoke very less. You don't have to tell the truth. Have you ever received help from a stranger? Okay. Yes, I have received help from strangers. Nearly 10 years ago, at that time I was 10 years old girl. So I was visiting in one of the crowded cities of India. The name of that city is Calcutta. So what happened at that time? I went there along with my parents. So all of a sudden, I lost the all of a sudden when I was with my parents, because all of a sudden my parents left me, not intentionally, unintentionally. Okay, I was drinking water and they forgot to call me, and they vanished from my sight. And at that time I started crying. And what happened when I was crying? There was nearly there was a man who was nearly in 60. He was old man, and he came to me and he said to me, "Hello baby, why are you crying?" I simply said to her, "So I had come over here with my parents, but they are not now here. I think they might have gone somewhere else. I would like to meet with my parents." And what he did, okay, I didn't have the cell phone number of my parents, since at that time mobiles were not available. And what he did, he took me to his residence and he loved me as if I was his own child. And what he did, he didn't have the cell phone number of my parents. And what he did, he called some journalists of that city, and journalist shows my face in television. And after a couple of days, my parents came over there and took me to their residence. I never forget the help that I received from stranger. It is my imagination. Okay, but you have to use tenses correctly. You have to use grammar correctly. And this is, I would like to express my gratitude and thankfulness to that benevolent man who helped me a lot when I was suffering. Okay, like this. And when I was asking what key factors that contribute to happy married life, there are so many key factors that can contribute to happy married life. One is what? Good income. Well, one of the key factors that contribute to happy married life is financial stability. Most of the divorces are occurring because of what? Financial problem. What I mean here, husband should be breadwinner. I mean, he should be able to earn as money as he can. Unless husband fulfills the worldly needs and physical needs of wife, she cannot be happy. Additionally, husband should be a respect-giving man. Not only he should fulfill all the material needs of his adorable wife, he should, okay, think about her emotions also. Okay, I mean, he should share our tender feelings with his wife. Thirdly, wife should also play a very significant role to provide happiness to her husband. What she needs to do in the first place, she should provide care to her father-in-law and mother-in-law. Okay, moreover, she should cook tasty food items for her in-laws, and she should never hurt them emotionally. These are the reasons which contribute to live a happy married life. Have I given answer very nicely? In this way, we have to give answers. So, Sangita, do not feel hurt. Okay, you did not give extended answers in IELTS speaking. Part 3, and you made several mistakes in IELTS speaking part 2, and here overall this course I would like to give 4.5. Okay, next time hope you will do well. Oh, this much for today. Dear students, if you like my teaching style, subscribe my channel and write comment in the comment box. Thank you very much.